Hi everyone, this is Professor Gibson. Welcome to Module 5 of our 7-week course. We are almost complete with this term. So in Module 5, there's a reminder that you have an interview paper due in week 7, so this is just kind of getting you ready to prep that. You're going to interview someone from a different generation, so at least like 10 or 15 years difference, I would say. And ask them different questions. You can do it by Skype or Zoom. You can do it by email, in person, whatever you'd like to do. So Module 5 is a little different. Usually we have 2 discussion boards and 2 activities. So it looks like in this module we have 1 discussion board and 3 activities. So this is about institution and sports. You'll read chapter 7 of your textbook, download the lecture, watch this video, PBS News on bathroom bills, watch this video on gender gap in women's sports, equal pay in women's sports, and then respond to this prompt. Do you think we need more role models in female sports? What steps do you think, if any, should be taken to give females more recognition in sports? Billie Jean King says that sports are a microcosm of society. What does she mean by this? I love that quote. That's your discussion board. You have an activity about institutions. Okay, consider a circumstance of you or someone you know that experienced it was enabled or constrained by an institution. Okay, so we're not thinking of like individual, we already talked about kind of individual gender stereotypes. Now we're thinking about institutions. So healthcare, the military, prisons, education, newspaper, any kind of institution you can think of, and writing a 300-word response to these prompts. How did the fact that the institution was gendered inform the experience and the outcome? So think about gendered sports. Maybe you went to an all-girls school or an all-boys school. Maybe you had a specific experience at a hospital or doctor's office, and follow the prompts for that as well. And here's the rubric. Your second activity is entitled Feminism. So this will be going back over chapter 6, a term to introduce in chapter 6. So part 1, you're going to write down the definition of feminism or what you associate with it. So ideas, images, and words. Maybe, you believe that, or you've heard that feminism is man-hating, and so you write that down. Okay, then you're going to read the introduction to Bell Hook's book, Feminism is for Everyone. Hopefully that's not a pirated PDF copy, goodness. And then write down the definition of feminism again. Okay, and you can cite from her as long as you're giving her credit. Next, you'll be working with a poem to explore and better understand feminism from a prominent female writer's point of view. So Audre is down here, who said it was simple. You read the poem and you respond to that. And here's a guideline of how many words it should be. And then the reflection this week is on noticing gender, about a 300-word reflection. You guys have all been doing pretty well with this term, so I don't feel like I need to go into too much specifics with that. But it's a little different this time. Take some time and try to observe a moment in your life where you notice gender. This could be in a conversation with a friend, a movie that you're watching, a news report that you're viewing, or an interaction on social media. Okay? Explain the moment, circumstance, situation, and then observe or reflect on it through the lens of the gender binary. So I remember reading this study where it was a man at work, and he was using his female coworker's email, so it had her signature in it, and he noticed that the day that he used her email, I can't remember what the circumstance was, but he got a lot of hostile responses, simply because the email signature said her name instead of his. So nothing changed about the tone of his voice or emails, but he noticed that because he was signing it with a female name, that they were just a little grumpier toward him. So maybe it is something like that. Okay, have a good week. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.